I'm sorry, I can't. I am way too gay for this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of UNMESS My Nest. In today's video, I really want to challenge myself and do a budget makeover. I've been dying to work on this kitchen, but I really wasn't ready to invest in gutting the entire thing. So I was thinking of doing a little facelift moment, seeing what I could change around on a $500 budget. This is very renter friendly, and I think it's a budget that fits into a lot of people's lifestyles, even if you save up for it for a few months. And I wanted to get a bunch of items that are accessible to a lot of people, things that you could just find on the internet or find at a store. Definitely things that you've seen before, but maybe you haven't had the idea to put in a kitchen. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so let's take a look at the mood board. So as you can see in the mood board, there's a lot of matte black hardware. I just want that greenhouse vibe with like plants dripping down from the ceiling. I want to add some shelves just so I can have some more storage. A really, really gorgeous matte black faucet that I have been dying for. I actually had these at my last place, but they were in a silver. And I just think the matte black looks so beautiful. So the theme that we're going for is like farmhouse, bungalow chic, on a budget realness. I want it to look really expensive for $500. So I am facing a lot of challenges, but let's go take a look at the space so you guys can see exactly what I'm working with.
All right guys, so we are in the kitchen now. First things first, the water valve was just shut off. This sink's gonna pop out. It's super rusted and it's not really well connected, so we're gonna pop in a new sink here. I do have a new faucet, but this is all coming up later. We are gonna sand down these counters. These are butcher block counters, so they are meant to, so you can cut on them. I don't really like that because it's not really cleanly. So we're gonna restain, new sink, new faucet, new hardware for the cabinet doors. These ones I'm just not that fond of. So we're just gonna pop these out with more modern ones, something that ties into the faucet. I'm gonna pop these ones out as well. I'm also gonna pop out these lights because they don't really give off a lot of light. And then later on, I have to fill in all these cracks here. And then we're gonna repaint the entire ceiling. And then we're gonna do a little project because this glass makes me violent. So I have my work cut out for me.
Okay, that is a mess. A mess. There's nothing wrong with IKEA, but these cabinets, they're honestly great for anything, but I just think they're a little dated. The stain is not cute. The glass is not cute. The hardware is not cute. The sink is rusted. There is mold and mildew built into the counters and grease stains. It just needs to all be redone. I'm a little nervous.
Let me show you what I'm doing right now. This is the old sink. This is the color it used to be right here. This is the color it is now. Disgusting. And look at all this crud.
These counters are just not cute. They are used, abused, greasy, musty, dusty, mildewy. I really want to rip them out, but honestly, we're not doing that. I love a challenge and we're going to be challenged, sweetie.
So right now I'm going to clean all of this off. I'm very professional here. I have a little grill thing. Clearly, these people do not like cleaning.
And a quick message from today's video sponsor, Bright Cellars subscriptions to this wine club. If you know me, you know I love a good wine. I like to cook with wine. I like to clean with wine. I like to dine with wine. I love a good glass of wine, whether it's rosé, a Cabernet Sauvignon, maybe a little frosé moment, who knows? But honestly, nothing excites me more than trying a glass of wine that I've never tried before. A variety, an aperitif, if you will. Bright Cellars is incredible because it's so easy. All you have to do is go online, take a simple 7-question quiz, and they pair you with the perfect wine pairing for you each month. Their concierge team is also amazing. If you don't end up liking one of the wines in the box, you can just contact them and they'll send you a brand new one. The wine delivery is also amazing. It just ships to your house. You don't have to go to the store, especially right now during these crazy times in the world with COVID. You just don't want to risk it, so let the wine come to you. I'm obsessed that Bright Cellars includes these little convenient cards that shows your matches of the wine. It is truly fabulous. I'm not the most educated on wine, so I don't know what goes with what. I don't know if it should be chilled, what temperature it should be at. I just love the taste. I love a little wine taste moment. I always lean towards more of a sweet wine, so I have the Avast, I have the Tag and Title, the Azzurri, the Obscura, the Latin Root, and the Herzenheim. I'm so excited to try these. Bright Cellars is giving you guys 50% off your first box with the link down below. So all you have to do is take the quiz and get started.
All right, can y'all see me? Do I look cute? All right, so I have my sander right here, and then I have 100 grit little sander pads. You can get these anywhere at Lowe's, wherever. I already have one on here. And then what this does, it'll basically get down to the base layer of what the first stain was, because I want a nice clean surface with none of these gross stains and like wax marks or just water stains or grease stains. That way, when I do put the stain on, it'll be beautiful, fresh surface and really vibrant. So as y'all can see, this is the original color without any stain on it, and all this stain over here that's gonna come out. So I'm gonna continue this. All right, so this area over here, this little gap, I just had to clean out with this little razor gun, and I'm gonna fill this entire area. Normally I would do it with some silicone, but I don't want it to look like a gap. I'm gonna stain this entire counter, and then I will go in with the wood putty wood filler. All right, update. It is much darker than I initially thought. It looks really, really good. The results are shocking. So I'm gonna wait to show you guys the final product. It'll lighten up a little bit in the morning. I'm gonna stain a little bit of near the sink area on camera just to show you guys.
That is dark. And then a few hours later, I did the satin finish on top of it. And the satin finish repels water, it repels grease. You can cut on it, you can put anything on it, and it will be protected. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. It's very early. I couldn't sleep, but the stain has dried for about 9 hours. It needed about 8. There's still some spots on this counter that I think, because I went over it with a second coat, that I need to let dry for a little bit. I need to go over the counters really quickly with another sander. This is in 320. You can do 220 or 320 grit before I put on the clear finish. So this is a satin waterborne acrylic finish. It won't be really that glossy, but it'll still give it a nice little sheen. This is what it looks like. Look how beautiful the graining is on this wood. And it has this little satin finish. It's so stunning. I also did these little plates, the electrical outlet plates. I have to put the little satin finish on them, but they're gonna look so good here. I think I actually might swap the outlets out for black ones. We'll see. Those look really cute. The stain really brings out the beauty in the wood, and it's just so different. I love it so much. I was not feeling this double sink. I could not fit things in there. It wasn't deep enough. I hated the divider. It was just not working. All right, so the sink is out. I sprung a very dramatic leak because this was broken, so this had to be replaced, and it just started spewing out burning hot water. It leaked down here, all under there. I mean, what do you expect? It's me. So I found this incredible matte white sink, and I think it's gonna look incredible. It's gonna be like a little juxtaposition of color, nice contrast with the dark backsplash. So let's go take a look. The sink is in. I just popped it in. It looks beautiful. It was super easy because the sink is the same size, except it just doesn't have the little separation. This is beautiful. It's super minimal. I'm obsessed with it. I love this matte black faucet. The pressure is wonderful. And the faucet was only $100. It's so pretty. Okay, the sink looks so good. Are you kidding? It's actually a mix of stone and concrete, so it was pretty cheap, surprisingly. I got an open box deal, which you can find on Wayfair sometimes. Sometimes people return stuff. I could not be happier. Okay, so for the power outlets in the kitchen, I wanted to switch these white ones out because they were not cute. So I found these really incredible outlets on Amazon that actually have USB ports in them. So we're gonna go install those. Up next, I'm swapping out these old rotten, I mean, they're not rotten. They're just white and they don't go with the vibe here. I'm swapping them out for these black ones. These, as you can see, have USB ports on either side so I can charge my phone or just different electronics. These are super easy. This is a really easy way to just upgrade the look of your kitchen. So you're gonna pop these out. And before you do anything, make sure that the power is shut off. I highly suggest doing one at a time. So I'm gonna pop this one out and then I'm gonna go and do this one so you don't confuse yourself. All right, so we are gonna wiggle this little girl out like so. These are the wires that give you the electricity. So we're gonna unscrew these, and there are 2 on the other side as well. And then we're gonna reattach them with the black ones right here. 2, and then we're gonna do the other side. And here we are. Look how gorgeous they are. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this little plate on here that I have stained just like the backsplash. And then I'm gonna pop these little screws in here. And of course, I misplaced 2 screws, so this is what we're dealing with for now. But she's stunning. Look how cool this is. Wow. Wow.
I'm a loser for loving this so much.
That was so easy. It really elevates the look and feel of the kitchen. It looks so expensive. I can plug my little iPhone in there. I can plug my little Apple Watch or whatever. I can charge things and I can have a coffee at the same time. I mean, pretty iconic if you ask me. All right, let's talk about lighting. The lighting in the kitchen is not the cutest. These lights, I do like them. It's called milk glass. These are from the 50s. This place was built in 49, as I said before. It just wasn't my thing. And I didn't like that one was bigger and one is smaller because there's also a light in the dining nook that I wanted to change out. So I found these lights on Amazon. They're matte black. They're really simple. They're farmhouse chic and they were so cheap. I think 2 of them were $30 or $40. They complement everything in the kitchen from the hardware to the faucet. Okay, one of the most exhausting parts of this was painting the ceiling. This isn't something I had to do, but the paint was so different from the ceiling in the living room. There was just so many stains. I think the person here before was a smoker and it just carried a lot of the stains and that energy. So I had to strip the walls, caulk, C-A-U-L-K, get your mind out of the gutter, darling. I had to caulk all the holes because I didn't want spiders or whatever coming out from the woodwork and from the outside. We're not having that. I sanded everything down and then I got to work on the painting. It was just exhausting. It took almost 2 days for me to finish.
Now it is time to caulk. Right here, this is a little finishing caulk, all-purpose acrylic, latex, silicone. It's for paint projects, so basically I'm just filling all the holes and cracks in the ceiling. That way I can paint over everything. And let me show you what I did with the painter's tape. So as you can see here, I've used blue painter's tape around everywhere that I don't want to stain. I'm gonna be painting the entire ceiling so it's nice and fresh. All right, it is the next day. This is the paint I'm using. The kitchen has been prepped, everything, all the cracks have been sealed up. I've sanded everything down. I have my best friend's wedding playing. And yeah, I have my work cut out for me today. So let's get into it.
Okay, so next up is shelving. I do want to put a shelf above the kitchen sink so I can just have flowers and plants dangling down. I can put my cookbooks up. Let's go check that out.
All right, so it's the next day. So we are gonna take a quick trip to Anawalt, my local hardware store, pick out some wood and get some little floating shelves, and I'll just screw them on there and I'll show you guys how I install my shelves. All right, so I have one of my shelves here that I got cut at the hardware store, and I'm using the same exact stain that I used on the counters. Oh, she's dark. But I think it's gonna look much better than the other one, and it's just gonna tie in to the cabinets so much better. Oh, that's beautiful. And there she is. I'm just gonna let her dry, and then I'm gonna pop on that satin gloss that I did on the counters, but that is beautiful. It was so easy. Just do it yourself. You don't have to buy anything online. Stun! So to hold up the shelf, I wanted something that would tie into the kitchen, so I got these really cute, it's like an old school vintage style bracket, and it says 1949 on here. These are just from Amazon, but I really love these because this house was actually built in 1949. So yeah, basically it goes like that on the wall, and then that screws in, and then this goes here, and then the shelf obviously goes right there. So far that looks so good, and these are right in hardwood, so it can really hold a lot of weight. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek at the first shelf. I mean, it's probably gonna look very different in the full house tour, but this is the first one. I'm very excited. I love it. 1, 2, plants, plants, plants. Wow, look at that. How gorgeous is that? I think this plant is a little too big, but she's stunning. So I have my cookbooks up there. I can literally just easily grab them if I need them. I have my Reese Witherspoon, Tasty, Cherry Bomb, this one on Japanese food, a bunch of other good ones. But from this angle, it looks so good. I'm obsessed with it.
Oh my gosh, you guys, the shelves look chef's kiss. It just gives the kitchen height, you know what I mean? Even if you have a lower ceiling, you can pop these shelves in, and also it gives you just a little extra storage if you want to put some baskets, if you want to put more cookbooks, if you want to put some plates up there, you can put baskets up there, you can put pots and pans that you don't use, and just make it look aesthetically pleasing. Clearly, I accessorized with some electric candles, some plants, just to really liven up the area and keep it light and bright and beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about hardware. I wanted the matte black to match all the other fixtures I have in the room, so I found these amazing, minimal, they're circular, they're very very farmhouse vibe. They're matte black. I believe I bought a pack of 30 for $20 and it was the best investment. It has changed the room entirely. All right, so up next, I'm working on this glass that makes me want to smash it, makes me violent. I want to get physical. This is just not it. This is not the vibe. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't, and I don't know what to tell you. The cabinets. Bitch, these cabinets are not cute. The stain is dated. The shape is fine, but honestly, it would be a little expensive to get a professional painter in here and spray these white. So what I'm going to do, I found this incredible, it's like a wood grain vinyl. They use it for anything from cabinets to drawer lining. I found it on Amazon for super cheap, so that is going into the budget. And I'm gonna give these a little facelift. I want them to look modern and chic, and I just want this pop of black to really anchor down the kitchen, since everything else in the house so far is very like boho chic, vintage vibes, super eclectic. I want it to be a little more masculine. Okay, so let's go do these cabinets.
All right, so this is what the vinyl looks like right now, just out of the roll. It looks cheap to the eye, but I have a strong feeling that once there's no like creases and when it's on the cabinet just flat, it's gonna really tie in with the wood. This is not the most stunning angle I could get, but it's the only angle that works because I don't have a tripod with me right now. All right, so I trimmed it to the appropriate size and I'm gonna just pray for the best here. So you just wanna make sure you get your first seal all the way on the top of the glass so it doesn't fall short. And then you're just gonna take your fingers and drag it down until there's no air bubbles and everything is smooth. So you only take a little bit of this backing paper out at a time.
Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with how these cabinets turned out. You guys, vinyl adhesive film is the tea. And also, this is something super cheap that you can find on Amazon and you don't have to rip out your cabinets, you don't have to paint anything, super renter friendly or lease friendly, but it's also a great option to do if you just either can't afford to rip out your entire kitchen or you're just not willing to put in that work right now, which is where I'm at. Okay, drum roll please. Are you ready for the final reveal of the $500 kitchen makeover? Because I am. Guys, I think this kitchen looks sickening. If you guys do too, please like this video, leave a comment down below, let me know your favorite part of the video. And if you're excited for the next one, make sure you're subscribed, make sure your notifications are on, and I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye!